sensed something at the start, and we said that it should be Henry's third time lucky, and it was a game in keeping with all of the lore that surrounds the Munster Championship. You know, all those who play today are worthy successors of all the greats of the past, coming from Bring and the Dials from Tipperary. We heard about these games, you know, and the like of Henry would have only heard about those in the past. Some of us would have seen many of those. Young people watching on would have wondered maybe in the last 10 years, what was it all about? This is what it's all about. When Tip and Cork meet in the Munster Championship, sometimes they serve up something that's beyond words, and today was just one of those days. You look at the scoring that was today, the ferocious exchanges all over the field, the individuals they display, the teamwork that was in it. Every great quality you associate with hurling was there today. Munster Championship back to its absolute best, and if they're going to change the system, hopefully it won't stop us from having games like we had today. It was just epic from start to finish.
Another thing, Henry, that I always love to see in situations like this is when the final whistle blows, to see the players staying out there on the pitch, accepting the congratulations or the commiserations of their own fans.
Yeah, and I think both sets of supporters and players on the field have great respect for each other because of the tradition, because they've grown up, and that's what I took a note of. You know, I remember growing up looking at the Clare Limerick games. You were involved with Ger, you know, the Waterford and Cork matches in the 2000s, and this is a game we'll talk about for years to come. Look at the score, 227 to 126. As you said, the players outside, Conor Lehan said in his interview, the match just flew by. We were up here, it was just unbelievable. It was half time, we could barely talk about a little bit of stuff, and next thing the game is over. It just ebbed and flowed from one side of the field to the other, and it was just magnificent. And both sets of players have to, like, there were, with 70 minutes you could see there was lads cramping all over the place, and it was because the effort they put in. How Tip hung in there, I don't know, because Cork played out of their skins and they still only won by 4 points.
OK, we are going to take a break. We'll get Cyril's views on this in just a moment because we will have more reaction. Meet Waterford in the Munster Hurling semi-finals on June the 18th here at Semple Stadium. We are looking forward to that already. Let's hear from the Cork manager, Kieran Kingston. He's with Clare.
Your youth policy certainly paid off.
I mean, look, we're very happy with the win, obviously. I would say the youth policy, I said to you before the game, that we weren't picking on age, we were picking on form. And that form was dictated to us to a degree by the league campaign, challenge games and internal games and training that we've seen since. And I said that before the game, and that if we lost, and it's easy to say it now, I wouldn't be saying any different. We asked for a performance, we got a performance, and with the performance came the result.
You were so in the game today, all your young players stood up, you weren't dominated at any stage. It's a big difference from last year. Yeah, I mean, look, last year is gone. And we're not going to get carried away because we won one game today either. But like I said last year, all through the year, that this was a process. We had a programme in place. It's easy to say it now, but look, people can either believe it or they choose not to. That's up to themselves. We're just trying to do the best we can, trying to develop from now on into the future. We stuck to that game plan. We stuck to it. We stuck to it from the start. We learned a lot from last year, and I think we put it into play today. Your forwards today, some great scores. And your son Shane got 1-4.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game. They all contributed very well, but it's not about who puts the ball over the bar and we send it from or puts it into the net. It's about who creates it and where the work is and who sets up the score and where the work is done and where the graft is done. And that has to be the mantra, because the easiest part is scoring, the hard part is creating it.
Well, congratulations today, Kieran.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Well done to Kieran Kingston. What a performance by his players today. This game, Cyril, was hanging in the balance right up to the last minute or two. We didn't know where this was going to go. And then Michael Cahalane gets the clinching goal. And I have to say, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Well, he came back from a big medical problem, Michael, and he's been playing well all year. Very good. He chances on a break. Like, this ball comes down. Again, you'd imagine Tipper going to win this ball. But Cork would a lot of the ball. He would trouble a lot of puck outs. Every puck out from the road very hard. Here he reads the break, chances it, and once he gets the chance, back at the net. He'll dream of this. Like, and he took a chance on the break came, but like, you have to do these things. Look, on his own, the two backs go out to it. Here he is. Well, if they got a tap away, they'd be saying, why isn't he getting out in front? He took the break well and took the goal very well. But the puck outs from Nash, Cork would have trouble out their own puck outs, and the crossfield ball, they got 2-12 the second half, and like, you know, that'll win any match. And like, it just shows you the Munster final is live and well, and it kind of opens up the championship. We needed a game like that and roll on the summer.
And the other thing about it is, Ger, that from a Cork point of view, if they had lost this game, and if they'd lost it the way they did last year, everybody said, they're building lovely stadiums down in Cork, but they should build a team. They have a team.
And not alone would it have cast a shadow over Cork, that have cast a shadow over the whole Munster Championship, maybe even the Championship, because people will be saying about, it's just only a matter of time till Tip get to the All-Ireland.
Yeah.
Now it has opened up everything. It has opened up the Munster Championship, the whole Championship has been opened up. It has made the back door an absolute trapdoor. It's a trapdoor, because Tip are going in the back door. Kilkenny and Wexford now is even a bigger game than ever, because whoever loses that could meet these in the first round. So everything is open up. But really, Kieran Kingston said before the game to Cork, make us proud. Yeah. Not alone did they make Cork proud, Tip made them. The whole game made us all proud of the game today. Going out of here, everybody's in a high. And both of those teams, both now, are still very much in the All-Ireland.
Hurling was the winner today.
I know it certainly was, sir. Speaking of being out of here, we're out of here. It is indeed time for us to leave you on this opening day of the Sunday Game Live. And I hope, I've no doubt you did, enjoy the action. My thanks, of course, to Cyril Ger and to Henry. The first
win for Cork.
Yeah, without a doubt, Des, it was brilliant. Myself and Anthony we couldn't write down all the notes and keep tabs with the scores. It was brilliant. It had it all. Had skill, physicality. 56 scores in the game. Cork scored 222 from play. The great thing for the traditionalists, no sweepers. And after 19 minutes, there was 19 scores. That'll just tell you how frantic it was. It was end to end. It was just one of those games that had everything. And myself and Anthony were loving every minute of it.
Well, that's an interesting point, actually. The traditions would love there was no sweepers. But should Tip have a sweeper? They've given away a lot against both Galway and Cork now.
Yeah, that's 548. There's in 2 games, and it'll be Michael's most serious cause of concern tonight. I mean, putting up 126 is a good score. If you told them on Friday night, I think they'd take it off you, but that's too much to be conceding, and they were in trouble in an awful lot of positions in defence. But it made for a great spectacle, of course. Yeah. They still scored 126, but if you concede 227, it's very hard to be winning as well. But if it's to be the last year days of the Munster Championship as we know it, the way they're talking about a round robin, my God, it's really teeing up for a fantastic one now. And what an open-looking Munster Championship that we have left.
Would you consider a sweeper if you were in charge there?
I know nothing about sweepers days at all. I don't have any idea about that. You'll have to contact other lads.
Jackie, what do you think?
Sweepers? No, not for me. I'm very much against them. I detest them. If you look, Tipperary conceded a lot, but if you look at their defence over last year, that no sweeper, they were a mean defence last year. They were aggressive, and that's something that will concern Michael Ryan. That last year they weren't giving up big scores. This year, after giving up 321 in the league final.
And they did get chances. They got 3 goal chances in the first half and didn't take them. So they're saying probably if they could have made it 426, they'd be coming out on top on an epic today. But they didn't take them. Chances were there. When they come along, there's that split second. If you don't take them, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Jackie, in your column in the Irish Times during the week, you made the point that Cork might lack leadership, perhaps.
Yeah, I did, and I took no pleasure in doing it, because I've seen leadership out of these players before, but just not enough of it, and it's not consistent enough. But today, we've definitely seen it. I mean, the players like that I spoke about, Seamus Harnedy, Patrick Horgan, they flashed it before, but today they stitched it together for 74 minutes, and in real pressure situations, character stepped up, and they all did to the fore. And now they have a leaders, now they have a backbone, and you can see Anthony Nash, he was in the goal, and he was brilliant today. Look at that for a save. And they have a backbone, and they have a team now. And as I said in my column, looking for an identity. This team, what are they about? And you can see it here, not giving up cheap scores, backing each other up. Damien Callan coming out, who was excellent today. Mark Ellis, centre-back, getting the head up. And the easy thing for Seamus Harnedy, he would be jink back, look for the easier option. But no, he was going to be a leader today. He took the man on, set up the score. I know Shane Kingston got hooked here again, but he got onto it again, and it was a fortuitous enough goal. But, in the white heat of battle today, they got crucial scores, and you can see here they created space in front of their half-forward line, poked the ball out. Conor Lehan, he did this 3 or 4 times today, took it on, and at a crucial stage in the game, right here, right now. I mean, Tipper, after scoring 1-1, they're a point down. Conor Lehan wins the puck out, drives at Ronan Maher and over the bar. And, so many of their leaders stepped up today. We questioned them, and they answered us. But the thing is now, can they do it again, Watford again? One swallow doesn't make a summer, so we just want to see this coming more and more. Because the Cork people, it's fantastic to see them back up at the top table, contesting beating Tipperary today, for them and for their supporters.
And Anthony, apart from those guys leading, we saw the youngsters coming into the team and they stepped up today.
Yeah, like Kieran was interviewed there and he said, like, we picked it on form, but there was eyebrows raised, like, and Luke Meade, these guys, like, what a start Luke Meade made to the game. 3 points early on. I mean, what a way to introduce yourself to the Munster Championship. And they had fantastic performers. This fella, Dara Fitzgibbon, Charleville, like, just the speed of him, like, just went away from Noel McGrath there step by step and had the presence of mind then to notice that Kingston was coming up, and they've come up through minor and colleges together. They were fantastic all around the field, and it was a leap of faith. This guy, Mark Coleman, I mean, we've heard a lot of talk about him, but I mean, what an exhibition he put on today. To have the presence of mind here, to turn back, get your head up. Patrick Horgan's in space at the far side of the field, straight into his hand. Hoggy didn't even have to move, just pops it over the bar. And what an impact they made, and I think they were delighted with that. And like, in contrast to last year, no sweeper, Colm Spillane, up over John McGrath, fetches the ball, comes out and launches an attack. Massive credit to Kieran. I don't know that Dr. Khan have something to do with it there, with a bit of advice, but massive credit to the Cork management for getting the balance right. We spoke about the leaders, but the young ones really stood up as well.
Okay, let's look at Tip. I mean, as Anthony said, they would have probably taken 126 as their own score, but they've conceded, 321 against Galway in the league final, and now 227. Talk to us about the Tip defence, Jackie.
Yeah, it's pretty simple for me. Tipperary scored 126 today. It's the defence that the problems lie. They're averaging the last 2 games, conceding 31 points. Like, that's crazy. And just today, the simple fundamental things, being tight on your man, lack of, real ruthless, they're not clinical here at all. They're messing over the ball. In come the Cork lads, shove them out of the way, and they're on the attack again. I mean, last year we seen them, they blitzed us in the final, but the tempo was set from their backs. They were aggressive, they actually bullied us. But today, when the pressure was brought on them today, they actually buckled. They really did buckled. And here's just, when they're under pressure, this is a perfect example of it. James Barry and All-Star last year, doing silly things like, going out, any ruthless attacking that ball, slips in behind them and it's a goal, and that's where they really lacked.
But there's also, like, what you saw today was the team that wanted it the most came out on top. Like, Cork just harried and hassled. Like, Niall O'Mara made a big impression on as a sub. They just hounded him. They were ravenous. Like, see Callan coming out here trying to get a first touch on it. 4 or 5 around him, whipped away by Kingston and onto Luke O'Farrell on as a sub, and he wins the free at down the stretch. They just didn't want that. And we just see a bit of slackness from Tip here. You would not have seen this last year. How far away is Pádraig Maher from Luke Meade here? He's just too far away. It's too easy for a goalkeeper like Nash to hit space. And you see what happens when it rolls on. He's still pointing at someone to pick him up instead of being right up behind him. He lets him drift onto space. The puck out is delivered long over Shems Kennedy, and he's there to get the flick on and onto Horgan, and another attack set up. And they produce that all day long, in fairness to their forwards, and we just have to show this to finish up. Callan, what a ball to John McGrath. John McGrath was quiet today. Spillane had a great game on him, but we nearly predicted above in the studio watching it that John McGrath would nail and lift the green flag at some stage, and what a goal, what a ball from Callan. They have a few weeks to go away. They're not out, I think, till the 1st of July. They really need to have a chat with themselves. There's no more back doors. It's everything on the line now. I'd say they'll take a few days off, and by God, they'll say we'll have one lash at this, and they might get a favourable draw. It happened in 2-10. Cork beat them. Yeah. Who knows? We know they have the players. There's trouble in defence, and that needs to be sorted badly.
Okay, it's time to name our man of the match. Who are the nominees?
Well, there was an awful lot of Cork lads for sure, Des, that stood out. First and foremost, I suppose, making his debut, and we spoke about him already, from Blarney, Mark Coleman, just tireless at wing back, nearly ran the show there. Every breaking ball he seems to be onto it and seems to be able to set up something every time. Very clever on the ball. He had a tremendous game. A lot of the Tip forwards especially contributed a huge amount, and we just had to focus on Michael Breen, I suppose. Like 6 points from Clay. I mean, any day you go out the door and you say good luck to mum and dad or whoever's at home, and they say if you come home with 6 from Clay, what a contribution. Mark Ellis still hurled a lot of ball. Now their half-back line was very good, but he's coming deep and picking up, and 6 from Clay, and incredible. And I mean, a huge call by the Cork mentors in asking Conor Lehane to take over the free-taking duties from Pat Horgan. It didn't affect Pat Horgan, still got 4 from Play, but Lehane really, as well as nailing the frees, 5 from Play, had a fantastic game.
not easy to pick. Who did you go for, Jackie?
No, we didn't, but in the end we decided with Conor Lehan. He was a joy to watch today. He 25 possessions, he scored 10 points, 5 from play, but he won 5 puckouts. Off Ronan Maher, that's a hard thing to do. Ronan Maher is an all-star centre-back, and he was just an outlet for them to win ball. He took the men on, and he was just a thorn in Tipperary's side all day.
Right, great tribute to him. Let's hear then from our first man of the match of 2017, Conor Lehan.
Conor, you made a huge impact and contribution today. A really nice feeling, I'm sure, to have upset the odds and beat the champions.
Yeah, it's an unreal feeling, to be honest. It's, like I was saying outside, it's kind of, we're not used to it usually, like it's kind of a sad thing, but to get it the way we did was really kind of, it was really uplifting for everyone, especially the management, because they put in such massive effort, like in the criticism they get, like, but even hear the crowd and stuff backing it, it's a great feeling.
And your young players really impressed today, and you can go forward to that Waterford game now with great confidence.
Yeah, massively. They really stood up, like, especially for their age. They're still under 21 for another 2 years. Like, to kind of see that is huge, and they're so strong. Their mental attitude is as well. Never mind, like, we all know how good they are, but to kind of do in front of a crowd on their first day is massive. Like, so we're very proud of them, to be fair.
Well, congratulations. You are the Bord Gáis Energy Man of the Match, and Circa Fennel Sheehan is here with your award.
Yeah, congrats.